India will not be condemning Russia or joining the Western sanctions on Russia. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi has made this clear as the world's focus shifts to Japan, where the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi landed earlier today. Why don't we start by playing out those visuals for you? PM Modi is in Hiroshima to attend the G7 meeting. Quick question here. Is India a member of the G7? And the answer is no, it's not. But India has been invited to attend the summit. And as for the members of the G7, they are the US, Japan, the UK, France, Germany, Canada, Italy, and the European Union. The world's richest nations and a grouping who also happen to be very open supporters of Ukraine in the ongoing war. They are meeting in Hiroshima with what seems to be a plan to turn the G7 into an anti-Russia forum. And how exactly do we know that? 1. Ukraine's president has been invited to deliver a talk. Volodymyr Zelensky says very important things will be decided there. Number 2 being, the US President Joe Biden has set the stage for an anti-Russia campaign. Upon landing in Hiroshima, Biden wasted no time in criticizing Russia. He said the United States will be working closely with Japan, which is the current G7 president, to hold Russia accountable for its quote-unquote aggression. Also, the G7 is already on it, by the way. Have a look at this statement. The G7 leaders' statement on Ukraine. Let me just read out a line for you. We condemn in the strongest terms Russia's manifest violation of the Charter of the United Nations and the impact of Russia's war on the rest of the world. You get the gist? Russia saw this coming. And here's what the Russian state news agency, TASS, had to say this morning. G7 member states will seek further ways to ostracize Russia at Hiroshima summit. India will not be party to this campaign. Prime Minister Modi made this clear in an interview to Nikkei Asia. He said India's position on Ukraine is quote-unquote clear and unwavering, adding, India stands on the side of peace and will remain firmly there. We are committed to supporting those who face challenges in meeting their basic needs, especially in the face of rising costs of food, fuel, and fertilizers. We maintain communication with both Russia and Ukraine. Cooperation and collaboration should define our times, not conflict. Unquote. Now, these are noteworthy words. And they point at what India has been saying for 15 months now. The Ukraine war is not a problem of India's making, and India does not need to take sides here. Sure, India will continue to condemn violence, but it won't just be condemning violence emanating from a particular side. Read Russia. Sure, India, as a responsible global leader, will also continue to push for peace, just like it has been, pushing for dialogue, de-escalation, at every possible forum and meeting. So the only side that India will be taking is the side of peace. It will engage with both sides as a force for good. In September 2022, Prime Minister Modi met President Putin on the sidelines of the SCO meeting in Samarkand. Prime Minister Modi told Putin that this is not an era of war, a line that has since been retreated by the world leaders. And now in Hiroshima, Prime Minister Modi is expected to meet Zelensky. This will be the first in-person interaction between the two leaders since the start of the war. But this interaction cannot be seen as India joining the pro-Ukraine club. Hiroshima, the city in which these leaders are meeting, stands testimony to what a provocation may result in. Hiroshima's legacy urges prioritizing pushing for peace, not pointless provocation. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.